Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great 3,000 ability. I'll get to that in just a second.
Yes, you will.
What are we doing this episode? We got a high-low buffalo.
We're doing a high-low buffalo.
We got a surprise segment.
We've got a surprise segment, which almost certainly is the thumbnail and title of this video.
Interesting. I don't know what that is.
If you've clicked on it, you know what's going on.
So we'll do that after the high-low buffalo, probably?
Sure. And then we're going to end off with a Hunger Games, the most elaborate and crazy Hunger Games we've ever done. I got a lot of help for this one, and people were asking on the Patreon for it, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's bring it back."
I love when the patrons are like, "Yo, we haven't done a Shark Tank in a while. I want to do a Shark Tank."
Absolutely.
Soon. Are we talking about the Batman at all? Do you want to re-review the Batman? Or are we going to do that on the Patreon? We just watched it again.
We could re-review the Batman.
We could talk about it a little.
The Batman. I've got the Batman is my high.
Okay.
In my high-low buffalo.
Let's do a quick re-review of the Batman before we go into the surprise segment.
Sure.
Okay. High-low buffalo.
Oh yeah. You can go first.
Okay. We just had a DC Superman party. I want to thank everyone who came. It's a lot of fun. Like I've always said, I love hosting, planning events. That's just something I love doing.
You're a planner.
Yeah.
You're a schemer.
Yeah. I kidnap people. It's just, I know that has nothing to do with a party.
Nope.
But maybe it does. Maybe I'll do a party of only people I kidnapped.
Oh. And you kidnapped everybody to get them there.
Right, exactly. You can't get into the party unless I kidnap you.
Uh-huh.
People actually do that. There's like immersive theater stuff where like you can sign up and for like a month-long thing this goes on, and then it ends with like they've rented out a whole building and like there's actors in there and they have to kidnap you to take you to this, and then you just walk through and like.
I don't think I'd want to do that.
I am obsessed. I've been wanting to do it for years. Anyways, so that, we had a great photo op. We had games. We had puppies there. A lot of friends and content creators. So thank you to everyone who came. It was a lot of fun. I think it was a success. Looking forward to hosting many more things. Low, I think I dislocated my thumb.
Eesh, you were just telling me about this on the Patreon that just came out on Friday.
Yeah, we just filmed the Patreon. What did we do on the Patreon?
We did a lot. We did a fan segment, and we answered a lot of really introspective questions. We got really emotional there at the end. And then we did a bracket of
superhero
the
endings.
Best superhero movie endings ever, because you and I very harshly disagreed about The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Superman, like the punk rocker scene versus the TASM 2 scene where he's fighting the Rhino.
Yes.
Or Guardians 3 with Dog Days Are Over versus the Dark Knight Rises where he's in Italy or whatever.
Yes,
so stuff like that.
Yes, it was great.
I was at the warehouse filming basketball stuff. Luke was there. I wasn't even filming. Ball came down. Someone hit it wrong. I went up to get it, and he as I went up to get it, and then it hit my thumb, and my thumb went in like that.
Nope.
And so that happened yesterday. I can't very light things I can pick up, but I can't grasp things. Yeah, it's sore. I had ice on it. I've been taking ibuprofen, so it sucks. It just feels weird. It feels like if I press on it wrong, it'll come out again.
You're sick.
I am also sick, yeah.
What's worse, the illness or the thumb?
That is a good question. I'll say the thumb right now because I'm more scared of the thumb, and it is affecting I'm just every time I try to pick something up, I have to be careful with it with my left hand.
Really annoying.
It's really annoying. But the sickness is just keeping overall my what's the word? My productiveness down, which is annoying. Buffalo. It was 3,000 ability. We just hit 3,000 patrons. Thank you guys so much.
We cannot thank you guys enough. Obviously,
I don't know.
They loved the Leia episode, the
Leia episode was great.
Which is great. Some people didn't like it, but sorry, Mom. But
fair.
But otherwise,
did we say we were doing anything for 3,000?
No.
The patrons will remind us if we did. They want us to dock. It's not happening.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
It was a quick turnaround from 2,000 to 3,000 patrons. It took 78 days.
Nice.
So I'm sorry that we don't have anything prepared. I've talked to you about something behind the scenes that I maybe want to do, and we'll talk about that behind the scenes.
Yes.
More.
There's still 2 more things we need to do for the Patreon: the Lego thing and the giveaway.
Correct.
So, anyways, sorry. So thank you guys for that. All right, you're high-low buffalo.
Thank you enough for that. Seriously, we love you so much. So my high-low buffalo, my high is we just did the Batman with the patrons, and I was reminded about how great that movie is.
6 out of 10, right?
9. Flip it around, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to talk about, let's talk about this more in depth. You've now seen the 2 most important Batman movies of all time. Now in the last month, you've seen them both. Always, yes. Whenever we talked the Batman or the Dark Knight, you'd always be like, oh, I think I like this movie, but it's been so long since I've seen it. You don't have that excuse anymore. Let's go in depth. What's the deal? What do you think of the Batman? What do you think about the Dark Knight?
Well, we
Which
reviewed
one
the
is
Dark
better?
Knight already.
I know. So we can re-review the Batman real quick.
Sure.
9 out of 10?
Yeah, 9 out of 10. Yeah, probably. It's still hard for me to pick which one I like more.
Okay.
Because there are problems with the Dark Knight that I have that I don't have the Batman, but there are things that are better in the Dark Knight than there are in the Batman. You know, the script in the Dark Knight is just better.
Yep.
It's a little tighter. You know, the villain is better.
Yep.
But
the villains are better.
Yeah. But I think Batman is better in the Batman, and the action is obviously
Action is way better. You know, they
someone pointed this out. I said I didn't like the action in the Dark Knight. Wrong. I didn't like the fight scenes in the Dark Knight. The action isn't bad.
Oh, with the car chase,
and the helicopter being brought down and stuff like that. So thank you for pointing that out. Wrong.
You don't like the hand-to-hand combat.
The hand-to-hand combat and Batman fighting, it was bad.
But the hand-to-hand combat in the Batman is excellent.
It's good. It's better.
The recreation of the War for the Planet of the Apes scene is
so good.
It's awesome. It's one of my favorite Batman scenes ever.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I like, here's something I really like about Pattinson. He is really strong. And even though he's got this like slimmer, slender build than Batman's of past, because he's definitely smaller than Affleck, and I think he's smaller than Bale. But it's they have multiple scenes that tell you how strong he is. He punches Gordon and he's like, you could have pulled that punch. And he's like, I did. But then there's this great scene where he breaks into the club in his like worker outfit. And he double punches this guy and he just turns around because he knows he's knocked him out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was sick.
Awesome.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm not as big of a fan on the Dark Knight ending. I don't think I have the problem with the Batman, but you've pointed out some problems with the Batman's ending.
I think the Batman ending is disastrous. I was saying this to our patrons on the call, where, I give that movie a 9 out of 10, even if it ends where I want it to be. But it's kind of slow in points. There's some points where it loses me, but I don't have a concrete, this is wrong with this movie and that's why it's a 9 out of 10 until that ending. That ending, absolutely, it goes on for too long. The Catwoman stuff, totally unnecessary.
Yeah, you want it to end with him leading them out of the water or the helicopter, him looking up scene. But
either of those is a better ending.
Them doing the motorcycle and going their separate ways and all that afterwards is a little too much. I totally see that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And it makes the movie drag so much more because that scene is 10 minutes.
We're already 3 hours. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like both. I like both a lot. I'm not ready to say what my favorite Batman movie is of all time. I'd still say Under the Red Hood.
The Batman or the Penguin? What's the better project? Because I still go the Penguin.
I think the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But goodness gracious, they're both great.
Yeah. All right, that was my high. My low. Health insurance is a bitch.
Oh, you having to do that now?
Yeah, I got to do that now. Yeah, I got to do that now. But it's not even, I got to do that earlier than everybody else. Everybody else apparently does it when they're 26 or something like that. No, my mom is too old. So she's on Medicare or some shit like that.
Wow.
So I'm fucked. And I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's the biggest pain in the ass
so
ever.
Annoying. Yeah, it's so
So
annoying.
that's my low. And my Buffalo, this comes out Monday, but Halloween has not yet concluded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is over tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow is Halloween. Mm-hmm. But Halloween just passed, and again, this time of year, we are reminded of the cultural juggernaut, which is Suicide Squad 2016. Everybody is that Harley Quinn. I see Jared Leto Jokers up the ass, including my girlfriend Rachel, did a bunch of the tattoos. She had the trench coat. She did the mouth. There is a cool picture of her mouth over mine, which is cool.
That's cute.
I'll be posting that on Instagram. But yeah, it's I just two of the biggest songs on TikTok right now are Sucker for Pain or Gangsta by Kalani. Two huge TikTok songs right now. The movie came out 10 years ago. It's crazy the cultural phenomenon that is Suicide Squad 2016 to this day.
Well, he made the greatest superhero movie of all time
before I hit the editing
floor. Yeah.
I have read that script now.
Yeah,
and I have screenshots from it.
Yeah, you told me.
It's unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. Shall we hop into this?
Well, I had one more thing about the Batman.
Oh, yeah. Talk to me. Let's go.
In the Batman, you continue to say that he's not a detective.
No.
You said that.
I continue to say he is a bad detective. Thank you very much. Huge difference. He is doing detective work. And everything until Catwoman gets involved, he's good at his job. Thumb drive. He figures all that out. He knows he lies still. He knows the little
So how
carpet
is
tool,
wow.
the blood, and he points to it, and that's why the girl takes the picture of it. All of that is great and phenomenal.
so he's good.
And I like it. He's good until Catwoman gets involved,
Why?
and then he's a disastrous
Why?
detective. Just everything he does after that, he's 10 steps behind. When before then, he was ahead of the curve. It felt like. But like he doesn't figure out the Riddler's plan, and the Riddler's like, "Oh, you're not as smart as I thought you were." That all bothered me on first and second watch because I was like, "Whoa, you made Batman
What
a
does he
fucking
mess
idiot."
up or not get that he should have, other than La Rata?
The entire El Rata, he's getting it wrong constantly. You are El Rata Alata, and then he obviously figures out the computer or whatever, but all of that, he figures out too late that he's gonna kill Bruce Wayne, so that gets Alfred blown up. The whole El Rata Alata, he thinks it's the Penguin. Obviously, it's not the Penguin. Then he finally thinks it's Falcone after he's told point blank it's Falcone. He doesn't detective that. Just Catwoman is about to kill this guy, and then they've got the voice message. And he hears the voice message. That's how he finds out. Catwoman did all that. Catwoman captured the guy with the broken nose.
That's just the El Rata thing still.
I know, but that's all. He gets everything about El Rata wrong. He gets every single part of it wrong. And then he goes to the end. And then at the end, he doesn't know what bring him into the light means. And then the whole time, the Riddler was right fucking there. The Riddler is 10 steps ahead of him the entire movie, except in that first scene. That's the problem I had. Now, I excused this, however many months ago when the Penguin came out, because I rewatched the Batman and I was like, it's a 9 out of 10, and I'm excusing all these problems. He's still an idiot, and he's still 10 steps behind the Riddler, but it's something I accept because it's Batman Year 2.
I don't think he's an idiot.
No, he's an idiot. He's the least intelligent Batman we've ever had.
That's not true.
Based on his interactions with his villains, yes it is.
I don't agree with that at all. Just because he's figuring things out in the first scene doesn't mean he's not behind.
Okay, sure. So he's behind then.
But like, to solve a mystery, you have to be behind.
Yeah, but he doesn't solve it, and he gets Gotham blown to smithereens.
Okay, that's the second point that I'm going to get to.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's not a good detective. Just because he doesn't do it fast enough for you?
Yes. And he doesn't do it well enough for me. Like, I just feel like constantly.
So you need Batman to be good enough at certain things.
Hold on. I did in this moment, and then I rewatched it, and I accepted it. I was like, oh, it's fine that he's an idiot. But I still hold the point that he's an idiot. And I know that you haven't watched this very much as I have, because it's one of my favorite scenes in the movie, even though it was deleted. The Barry Keoghan Joker scene, he's got no idea where he's at. Where he gives the files, and he's like, I thought you'd be curious. And he's so behind. And Barry Keoghan even says, you're usually so on top of this, but this guy's really stumped you, huh?
Well, if you're going to have a Batman villain go toe-to-toe with Batman in intellect, it would be the Riddler.
But it pisses me off that it pissed me off. Because again, I love this movie now. I've admitted that I was wrong. But for years, I was wrong since I saw this movie in 2022. But when this movie came out, like, my big thing was I was so pissed off about was everybody was like, finally, we have Batman and he's a detective. Finally, we've been waiting a million years for this. And I'm like, yeah, but he sucks as a detective. He's such a bad detective. Like, there were great detective movies where the detective figures everything out and saves the day. And fucking the Batman does not. And the Batman, right? Batman, to me, I like Batman when he's on top of everything. I like Batman when he's the GOAT. And that's
how is Batman on top of things in The Dark Knight? Joker does whatever the frick he wants. He blows up a hospital. He does the thing with the boats. He gets Harvey.
I have made this clear. That the Batman is very much my positive Man of Steel. I do not think The Dark Knight is a good portrayal of Batman as a character, but it is such a phenomenally well-written movie. I have excused that, and if there's any character that you can do that with, it's The Dark Knight. But you've already done that with The Dark Knight, so now that you also have this gritty, realistic world, that's not realistic. I get it's like stylized and everything like that in the Batman, but like you have this, it's another non-fantastical Batman, and you're doing this again, and the whole selling point is finally we have Batman being a detective, and he's, in my opinion, a shitty detective for an hour and a half of this 3-hour movie. Yeah, that's going to bother me. And now it no longer bothers me. It did bother me, now it doesn't.
Yeah, but you said we have multiple other Batmans where they are on top of things. If we're not counting the Dark Knight, which one are...
Yes. The Dark Knight, he literally goes to China and gets Lau for Gordon and Harvey Dent. In The Dark Knight, it's a stupid scene, but he does the whole detective thing of the fucking gun, which is stupid, and I get that the Joker planted that, and that's also stupid, but he does that. He goes and obviously saves Harvey, meaning to save Rachel.
Right.
And
didn't figure that out.
but again,
So I'm asking, what Batmans were you referring to? You were referring to the Dark Knight Batman? Or not? As being a better Batman in that sense?
Affleck. It's much more Affleck. But Affleck is more of the, other than killing people, is much more of the traditional Batman that I want. He's doing the detective work at Lex's.
I'm not going to be able to remember Batman v Superman as much.
He then goes and, he tries to get the rock, the kryptonite from Lex in the truck. And he's about to do it, and then Superman steps in, stops him, totals the Batmobile. Then he goes to LexCorp himself, breaks in, gets the kryptonite, has done all the research on Superman. Then he goes out and straight up beats Superman in a fight for 8 minutes. And then he, the Martha scene happens, which is terrible, and then goes out and...
But so, I feel like you could make the same argument with Batman v Superman, where he doesn't really stop Lex from doing anything that Lex wanted him to do. He lets Lex manipulate him into beating Batman, into fighting Superman.
Sure. Again, you are arguing to me a point that I have already conceded. Like, it's tough because it's like these, I'm trying to rationalize with myself a year ago. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, years ago, right? Like, when I saw the Batman and felt this way about the Batman is before we had started, a year before we started the podcast.
I'm not talking about your point a year ago. You made a point this episode that he's a bad detective.
Yeah. Okay.
And you made the point this episode that there are other Batmans that are better.
It bothered me then, and it no longer bothers me now. Now you're making the points that there are other Batmen that are bad detectives, and
I'm also making the point that I don't think he's a bad detective. I think I will agree with you on this point. I think the Batman suffers potentially from the same problem that, I think this is from the Big Bang Theory, that Indiana Jones suffers from, that if you take Indiana Jones out of the movie, nothing changes.
For the Batman.
Right. The only thing that I think he changes is the end, where he stops the electricity from killing the people in the water, and then he leads them out. But before that, I think he saves Catwoman one time.
Yeah.
But, everything that the Riddler wants to happens.
Yes.
Right? So if you're using that argument that makes him a bad detective because he didn't stop anything, sure. Yeah. But he solves, I was watching the movie, I made a list of 10 to 15 things that he just solves like this, that we just I don't think we've ever gotten in another Batman movie like that.
Sure.
So that's why I'm saying he's good. He looks at the thing that does the carpet, and he's like, it'll match this imprint in this floor, go check it.
Absolutely.
All the thumb drives.
But he doesn't know that it's a carpet tool, and the policeman helps him out with that, and then that makes him realize that...
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not saying he doesn't mess up anything. La Rada, he messes up. El Rada, for sure. But, there has not been another time where, he walks into the... you're saying you want him to do the man, and when he walks in a room, to me, he's the man. He starts solving stuff that other people just could not solve. He walks in and says... he was alive when they did this, because of something on his fingers. Immediately starts solving stuff. And he's doing that the whole movie. He's using facial recognition when Catwoman is in there, and he's saying, oh, someone mentions somebody, he's like, oh, he's a drop stealer on this side of the town. He just knows all this stuff.
And he does the cipher thing where he's like, only do the key.
Yeah, with Alfred, and then solves that.
Yeah, drive, and this and that, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like we've gotten that level. I agree with you that it may suffer from the Indiana Jones problem, where, yes, he did not stop the Riddler, technically. He did not solve it fast enough for him to do that. But he did solve a lot of stuff in that movie, and did a lot of detective work with Catwoman and facial recognition and solving of clues and solving of... He finds the thing in the tire. He finds the thumb drive. He suggests that the thumb be used. He suggests them check the murder weapon. He's solving stuff constantly in that movie. But I will give you that he does not stop Riddler. Mm-hmm. He does not stop the ocean walls from coming in.
Yep. All right. You want to move on to the secret segment?
Yeah, what is it?
You ready? I'm struggling. I've been struggling with this for the last day. how I'm going to reveal this to you. I think I'm just going to come out and say it, but your reaction, I think, will be worth it, no matter what it is. Here's my score.
Oh.
For Stranger Things Season 1 out of 10.
W.
Every week before Stranger Things Season 5, I will come on here and I will review season of Stranger Things. I have fully completed Stranger Things Season 1. Here we go.
It's funny because Cam just texted me in this second, who's a bigger Stranger Things fan than me, and she's been asking for your Stranger Things review.
Here we are.
So
Here
I was
we are.
texting her saying you were doing it literally right this second.
9 out of 10.
Good.
This show is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And I completely understand why it's your second favorite show of all time. Here's some quick thoughts. The kids are spectacular and give some of the greatest child performances of all time. It doesn't surprise me at all that they're the superstars that they are.
Yep.
It's crazy because it's like one of the first scenes. And they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, okay, this is Caleb McLaughlin. This is Gaten Matarazzo. This is Noah Schnapp. This is Finn Wolfhard. And I realized this. I've never seen anything with Millie Bobby Brown ever because I've never seen any of the Enola Holmes. I've never seen Electric State. So this was my like introduction to her as an actress. I've just known her as like a social media. But all of these kids, like I know them. I know their characters' names. I know, like that's how much of a cultural staple this show is. And other than Finn Wolfhard, I haven't seen any of these kids in anything, but they're all spectacular. They give tremendous, tremendous performances. My whole life, I've been hearing about how cinematic Stranger Things is.
Interesting.
And like, yeah, it's a TV show, but it's like a different experience. And I never knew what that meant. Now that I've seen season 1, I completely get that because it's not a show. Like the episode ends not like a regular show ends, and then the next episode picks up. You pick up exactly where you left off, and yeah, there's the intro eventually. But like, this isn't an episode. This is just a long 8-hour movie. That's how it plays.
That gets worse or better.
Oh, interesting.
Where like, I mean, each episode is a movie. You know that though.
Yeah.
That they're just so long.
But it doesn't end. You know what?
Yeah.
Like the ending of the show is the ending, but none of the episodes have like proper endings. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they have little cliffhanger things that episodes sometimes have.
Sure, but then it immediately picks up. It's like it's interesting. It's not.
Shows do that.
It doesn't strike me as a thing you could watch week to week. Is how I feel about it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it was like the first big streaming TV show, like ever.
Yeah.
Really, as far as I remember.
So the Duffer Brothers. I've never seen anything they've done because they've been stuck doing Stranger Things for 20 years or whatever, however long it's taken. The Duffer Brothers really wear their inspirations on their sleeve. The first episode recreates multiple shots and story beats from Jaws. There's homages to Poltergeist and The Thing throughout season 1. And what I loved so much is that they acknowledge their influences in such fun ways in this show. There's a Jaws poster in one of the houses. There's a The Thing poster in one of the houses. One of the flashbacks with Joyce and Will, she's like, I'm taking you to Poltergeist. Like, it's like, oh yeah, we're referencing these things and I'm fully ripping them off right now, but here's my acknowledgement to that. That's great.
Season 2 starts with Halloween and the kids literally dress up as Ghostbusters.
That's great.
Like,
that's
yeah.
wonderful. I love hearing that. Like,
Yeah.
so that's I think that's so friggin' cool. Now that I've seen the show, completely agree with you that they should not kill Will.
Right? Thank you. Anyone who's seen season 1 recently should agree with this take.
I completely agree with you. Like, it's just, now I don't care. Will is in the show for 13 minutes. Like I don't actually care for Will as a character, but it's so Joyce. Don't kill Will after all of this.
It's not about Will. It's about Joyce.
Correct.
And that really continues in season 2. He's in it a lot more.
Okay.
And she's still having to deal with him stuff a lot in season 2.
Yeah.
Not as much in season 3 or 4, but he's kind of always just been going to be effed with.
Yeah, so I really hope they never kill him because of that. I completely agree with you. Now, here's something I disagree with you about. I've heard you say you'd rather them kill Joyce, but you still don't want them to kill Joyce. I'd have no problem if they killed Joyce. If I hadn't heard you say that, I would have thought they would have killed her in season 1. If I didn't know that, I know that she's still alive. If I didn't know that, I would have thought she would have been killed.
It makes sense for
her
character. I understand that it would be heart-wrenching and it would be a good part of the story.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they wouldn't do that. I think it would make sense. I'm just like, personally, I don't want that because I like her so much and I want her and Hopper to be in game.
Oh, I don't know about any of that. That's interesting.
Sorry.
No. It's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I'm going to start season 2 today. So
yeah, this is going to be great because I need to start season 2.
Great.
So we can re-review season 2
together.
Because I've seen season 1 6-7 times.
Yeah.
I've seen season 2 once, maybe twice.
Yeah, because
ever.
everybody says it sucks.
Season 2 is going to be the worst. So just keep that in mind.
No, I'm aware.
And it's still got some sauce in it.
I hope.
It's got some sauce in it. But most people agree season 2 is
By the way, visually, Stranger Things season 1 looks better than any television show currently.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It looks so good.
It's
there are
great.
shots where I was like, oh, wow.
Yep.
And then I see directed by Sean Levy. I'm like, where was this in Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah.
Why does that movie look like ass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they cooked. I'm very excited to see the rest of the show because of how good it looks alone. So David Harbour, yeah, he was in stuff, right? He's in Suicide Squad 2016 as some army guy or whatever. He's in stuff, but this show made him the superstar that he is. Uh-huh. Now that I've seen it, I completely understand why he's everywhere now.
Yep.
Hopper is awesome.
Hopper's
I love every scene with him.
Is he your favorite character?
At this point, yes, but I've got a prediction for something that I'm going to save.
Hopper is top 3 for me.
Yeah, that's a good take. He is just wonderful. I loved him in every episode, everything he does. He's the best.
What's great about his character is because he's introduced as this uncaring alcoholic chief commissioner.
Yeah.
That is living alone in his trailer.
Yeah.
And it comes in, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Stop bothering me with this stuff. I just want to smoke and get drunk.
Yeah.
And then they explore that and explain that of like, well, maybe he's freaking sad because of his freaking daughter.
Yeah.
And like,
well, I was bawling at the end when they're trying to resuscitate Will, and you get the flashbacks of the daughter. I was crying my eyes out.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, it was so good.
Add into this, imagine watching this for the first time with like a close friend of yours in college.
Yeah.
Like how the nostalgia would take it from a 9 to a 10. For me,
no,
you know what
of
I mean?
course. I don't have any problem with somebody giving this a 10 out of 10, by the way. You know when I explained to you the Batman, where I was like, I can't really explain why it's a 9 out of 10 until the ending, and then I'm like, no, this is clearly bad. I don't like this. That's how I feel about Stranger Things season 1. The only reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, maybe is because I watched it in a day, right? I started it yesterday and I finished it yesterday night. There were some moments where I think dragged, but like, if you give this this season a 10 out of 10, I got no fault with that. This is an excellent season of television. Sorry, continue.
His daughter.
Yeah.
I am watching through season 4 right now.
Yeah.
And Hopper just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
I'm
so excited. I literally have a note. Can't wait to see more of him. Yeah. Don't spoil anything for me. Because I know a lot about Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The later seasons. I know Vecna is Henry Creel 001. So now that I've seen season 1, I know where that's going. Yeah. Obviously, there's so many things that I know. I know Eddie Munson. I know he plays a song, and I know he dies.
Yeah.
I know somebody else dies. Another hot guy. I think it's season 2.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot about this show. I know nothing about Hopper. I know nothing. So I'm so excited to see more of him.
I'm not going to say where he is in season 4, but it's not a great place to be and everything. And he thinks something bad is about to happen, and he gives this monologue.
Oh, yeah.
And it involves his daughter. And David Harbour, again, knocking it out of the park. So that does not stop.
That's great. So this is kind of like completely off topic, but it is about Stranger Things season 1. Stranger Things, I don't know if this continues. Season 1, 100%, they had to have gotten sued for some kind of epilepsy, seizures, or something.
At the start.
The whole show. The whole season. I don't know if this continues in season 2, 3, or 4. There was a scene pretty much in every episode where the lights are flashing. The last episode, you have scenes in the buyer's house where the Demogorgon is coming back and forth, where the lights are constantly flashing. And then in the school, I don't have epilepsy, but like I was like, I'm having to look away. Like it was actually bothering me. It reminded me a lot of that scene in Incredibles 2 with the screenslaver that actually they got sued and they had to put up a thing where they were like, do not see this if you have epilepsy. Where like I can't imagine watching this on a TV. This would absolutely cause a seizure or something like that. Like I don't have anything like that, but I was like, oh my gosh, stop it. And that's just something I noticed. You and I, senses wise, are very different because you don't get sick on roller coasters.
No.
You don't get overstimulated the way I kind of do sometimes. But that was something I was like, and I'm watching it on a fucking iPad, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So I wanted to just talk about that.
There is one thing that they had to put a warning up for at the beginning of season 4.
Huh.
And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, don't.
But something happened in the world, like the week that the first episode of season 4 came out in Stranger Things, and it's a very violent thing that happened in the world.
Oh, interesting.
And the episode opens with some very violent imagery and stuff, and they had to put up a thing at the...
Whoa, that's crazy. I'm very interested to see what that is. So
you'll know it as soon as you start.
Oh, I'm sure. So I know story threads are left open. You know, we got Will's trauma, right? We see him in the bathroom, and then he's in the upside down, and now he's back. And then Hopper putting that food in that box, right? But overall...
So you know 11 isn't gone.
Of course.
I did not, obviously.
Oh, that's great.
This was like one of my favorite shows of all time when I was watching. I was like so hype about it. It was so great. And then when that happened, I literally looked at everyone in the room. I said, I will hate this show if she is dead. I was not rocking with that at all.
Okay.
So when they showed the box thing, I was like, all right. I was like, I can still love this show. Yeah.
But for me, like when people say, oh, season 1 is its own thing, like it didn't need a sequel for season 1 to be great. I completely agree. I totally feel that this didn't need to be continued. Like it didn't need to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more.
Yeah.
But it didn't need to be continued. And I do feel, I've been told this a million times, this is definitely peak Stranger Things for me. Like
I think it will be.
I loved season 1. And I'm like the rest of the show I'm excited for, but like I think at the end of it, my review after we watch season 5, unless season 5's the greatest thing since sliced bread, like I totally see myself saying the words along the lines of, this could have been just one season. You know, this could have been its own thing. Now, obviously you love the rest, and you love season 3 and you love season 4 and season 2 is sauce. And so, but like, I think that probably is going to be a take of mine. I want to talk predictions.
Okay.
So I've been told, I know that Steve Harrington is a dick in season 1, and he gets like a Zuko redemption arc in the later seasons. I'm predicting he'll easily be my favorite character because I loved him in season 1. I really didn't think he was that much of a dick.
Yeah, so I've never tried to make the Zuko.
A lot of other people have.
I do. I think I've maybe said it before, but Zuko is obviously way worse than Steve ever is.
Yes.
The number one thing Steve does is obviously the slut thing on the.
But he didn't paint that.
Correct, but he
didn't stop it, and then he says the horrible thing to Jonathan.
That makes it worse.
That is awful.
Like, I'm glad your brother is dead, basically. Your mom's crazy.
Awful,
like,
awful. It's you and your mother's fault
yes.
that you're, of course, something like that happened. That is horrible.
Crosses a line.
But he really likes Nancy, and he thinks Jonathan is fucking Nancy.
Right, but your response to seeing them together one time without talking to Nancy is not to put slut publicly somewhere and then say that this guy's brother should be dead.
It's unreasonable, absolutely, but he is in emotional distress because he really likes Nancy, and...
Emotional distress is not an excuse.
Yes, but... I'm just saying,
he's
understand.
Still a dick. He's not as much as some people say he is.
I kept waiting for him to be a dick because he's so great for most of the season. And then, yes, he's a dick in those last couple episodes.
Nancy also doesn't like him because his first thought of Barb potentially being dead is like, oh, my parents are going to kill me.
Yes, that's shitty. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, this isn't him being a dick. Like, if this is the worst thing he does in this season, I'm going to argue with everybody. It's not. But
he's also a little pushy with Nancy sometimes, physically.
Well, in the first season, is he that much? Because everything, like he's like coming on to her and he's like, oh, we can't do it in here. My parents are here. But then he does study with her for the rest of the time.
Yeah, no.
And then
the worst thing
she asks for privacy and he's like, oh yeah, no problem. And then she takes her shirt off. Like, so no, like, yeah, sure. But okay, what fucking high school student is it? Like,
no,
like,
that is the lesser.
I think legitimately the worst thing he does is obviously what he says to Jonathan.
100%.
But
that's the worst thing anyone does in that season. Other than murder people, obviously. I'm talking about the characters that are actually main characters. Because he sees his girl, who is not even his girlfriend yet, by the way, with another guy one time.
He likes her so much, clearly.
That's not an excuse. What in the world?
I don't know.
To praise someone's
it wasn't
dead
enough.
brother?
It wasn't enough for her to not be with him because she's with him at the end.
No, I agree. I think people overplay his redemption, acting like he's a Zuko-level character who's trying to hunt down the main character and kill him. Okay, and who's a douchebag literally for 2 seasons. Steve's things were the Barb thing the slut on the wall, encouraging that and allowing that, and then the things he says to Jonathan. And all those, especially those last two, are pretty bad.
I don't disagree.
But yes.
But I kept waiting for him to be the worst. And he constantly, like, when they had sex, I thought for sure he was going to ghost her and be terrible to her, based on what I had heard. But he doesn't.
No. He just screams at someone whose brother just died.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he assumed, he didn't even see them kiss. He saw them sitting by each other.
But he's got his arm around her, and he doesn't know that she was just attacked.
Yeah, go talk to her. Be.
But he does talk to her. He's like, what? He's like, tell me what happened. And she can't.
Yeah, but that's not before the slut thing.
No, but it is before the Jonathan mean words thing.
It's the same scene.
But it is before.
That's not.
He's like, tell me what happened. So that's her telling him that she had sex, is had sex with him, which didn't happen, but that's in his mind because he doesn't know
that's
the
not fair.
existence.
That's not fair. Nancy just saw the
It
word.
actually is fair.
That's not fair. Nancy just saw the word slut publicly on the movie theater. Of course, she's not gonna. And and they're in front of 3 of his friends, and he's like screaming.
No.
Like she doesn't have to. I mean, that's not him coming to her before he badmouths her to the entire town.
I'm disagreeing with you.
You think it's more mature of him to write slut on a wall and not...
He didn't write it.
Alex.
He didn't write it.
Alex.
He didn't stop it, but he didn't write it.
This is ridiculous.
What do you mean projecting? I've never wrote slut.
You called
on
me
a wall.
slut last night. I don't appreciate it. This is ridiculous.
No, I disagree
All
with you
Nancy
here.
did was sit next to Jonathan while they're trying to survive a monster.
But he doesn't know any of that. He's in her room.
Right,
with
and
his
he
arm
doesn't
around
ask her about that
By
until
the way,
after writing slut on the wall.
After this guy very much wronged her and him.
Yeah, Jonathan's not
exempt
either. He is not.
He's a fucking weirdo.
That was weird.
That was weird as fuck.
100%.
Weird as fuck.
100%. Still, the worst thing that anyone does this season is what Steve says.
Can't believe they killed Barb, by the way.
Crazy. Justice for Barb.
I was pissed when they killed Benny.
I know.
Benny is the GOAT.
Benny's great. When he gets shot, I was like, no!
I was so upset.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be my favorite character. Nope, dead.
Yeah, no.
Terrible. I loved the conspiracy.
It is not a Zuko level redemption, but it is a redemption.
Sure. Well, I'm excited to see the rest of it because I love him.
He from here on out, he's only the GOAT.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I'm great. All right. This is one. Do not tell me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you can look at the camera and acknowledge if I'm right or wrong, okay? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This town, Hawkins, Indiana, all better be fully aware of the weird shit now because there is some stuff in this season that is way too public at this point. If there are any subplots in season 2, 3, or 4 about people not believing that weird shit is going on in Hawkins, I'm going to be pissed.
Other than Will being back from the dead.
Will is back from the dead. Barb is dead, and we cannot find her body. It is in a secret alternate dimension. Which I get doesn't have to be public, but she is fully dead and in a secret dimension.
But that doesn't have to... People don't know she's in a dimension. The only thing...
What about all of the deaths in the Hawkins school? What about 11 making people bleed from their faces? What about 11...
who in the town sees this?
The kid, the bully that pissed himself, right? She makes him piss himself, and then
A kid peeing themselves is going to cause the town to believe?
She fully lifts Mike out from the chasm, lifts him up, brings him back, and then breaks the kid's arm with her mind. Those kids
And
then
he says that to the cops, and the cops
go to the
say,
police,
no, you're crazy?
and Hopper believes him and uses that to... All right, what about all the dead people in the school?
You don't think the government can clean that? No one saw that, is what I'm saying. If this was like... You're not... The
Okay,
only
a child is back from the dead.
That's the only one I'll give you.
But a child is back from the dead. They had a funeral, and now he is alive.
Yeah, that one I will give you. That's the only one, though.
So if anything happens... I'm gonna if there's a major subplot and they're like, I don't believe, like, I was fine with it in season 1 because Joyce is absolutely a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
But now I'll be pissed. I won't watch it. No, I will, but like I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? Wait, they got a kid back from the dead. There's the article.
Okay.
What do you think of my review? What's your takes? What are you excited for me to see? Like, just talk to me now. You've got the floor. Those were all my notes.
What'd you think about 11?
It's maybe my favorite child acting performance I've ever seen. She's unbelievable.
She's great.
And now, in the defense of the other kids, she is given way more to do. With all the flashbacks, like her emotional range in those scenes is so much more than we ever get out of Finn Wolfhard, who's also spectacular, by the way. I love the character. I like the origin. I think that when Hopper sees her room and its little drawing, it's very, very sad. I think it's just a very strong original character. It's a very iconic original character. And it's like again, throughout this show, I'm watching, I remember the lights on the wall with the letters, because that's in the Lego set. And so I've seen that image before a million times. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course this is so iconic. Like, because I kept waiting for them to do the lights on the wall because I've seen that a million times.
Right.
Like I said, it's in the Lego set.
Yeah.
And in the Lego set, there's a little light in the Lego set. And if you press the light in the Lego set, it does the run. Mm-hmm. Very cool. But like, as soon as she does it, I'm like, oh, she's going to communicate with Will through this. This is the coolest shit ever. Like, of course this was so iconic. This is awesome. So it was like constantly throughout it, I'm like watching these things that have now become iconic. And I'm like, oh, of course this is the biggest original show of my lifetime because it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's just great filmmaking.
Yeah.
Telemaking, but whatever.
What was your, you have a favorite episode or moment? Something that sticks out as like, oh, that was freaking sick?
I love Jaws in episode 1. I love that he walks in and they're like, some kids are stealing the gnomes, which is exactly what's going on in Jaws. And he's like, yeah. And then as soon as Joyce is in there, missing person on this instead of shark attack, that set the tone for me so well. Like I was immediately locked in. So that stands out as a great moment. There's some very fun jump scares. The jump scare in the Upside Down where, I can't remember who it is in the Upside Down. Maybe it's Nancy. And you just see the Demogorgon is just standing there like this. Mm-hmm. That's great. I like okay, my favorite thing, here's my favorite thing. My favorite thing in Stranger Things Season 1 is Hopper solving both cases.
Yeah.
Is so much fun because
so much fun watching him.
Because you see how he's putting together the pieces. You see, I mean, when they walk out of the evil place, and they should we? Yeah. Zach, we're filming. Can you wait like
20 minutes?
Wait like 20 minutes, please. Thank you.
Sorry, our roommate was punching a punching bag outside. It was really loud.
All right. Sorry about that. So when they go into the evil place and they look at the cam footage and he's just like, it was raining on the 7th.
Yep. Peak.
Like they're lying about something. It's great. And when Will's body turns up and Joyce knows it's not him, and then he goes in there. And I mean, it's so good.
And then he gets into the lab and gets all the way down to the portal.
Yep.
And then when he finally gets captured, he's like, I sent this to my friend at the time, so he's going to blow this thing wide open. And they start tasing him.
Awesome.
Oh, it's so good. And one of the great things about, now that I've seen the play in New York, which is them younger. So it's Joyce, Hopper, all them in high school.
Yeah.
You see Hopper being like a high school version of that, where there's like a reward for finding who killed this cat or something, and it leads him to all this Stranger Thingsy stuff. So him as a kid watching.
Is it in Hawkins? Mm-hmm. How does that make any sense?
I'll have to explain later.
Okay.
But then he goes off to the army after that, so you don't.
All right.
So yeah, no, him being the detective. My favorite singular moment, especially when I first watched it the first time, I was stupid hype when she flipped that van. I know it's like the simplest thing in the world. Like, we watch Avengers movies where people are snapping and worlds are blowing up and people are disappearing and everything. But like, to tell a story where like I can like get up out of my chair and cheer when a single van is flipped over, I lost my mind.
So I like that moment as well. For me, my favorite use of Eleven's powers by far is the bully pissing his pants.
That's a good one.
I love that moment. Okay, here's my thing.
You don't like also the moment where they're in the in the school, and they finally catch up to the kids, and she's just looking at him like this, and they start bleeding from the face. And
which I love because that's the bitch that killed Benny.
Yeah.
So I love
Evil,
to see
get
her
her outta
die.
here.
I
I'm
love
sick of
seeing
her.
her die.
Yeah.
You know what? The first time she uses her powers and she breaks those guys' necks that are trying to put her in that I guess, what is that? Like solitary confinement. That when she breaks their necks, I went, whoa, she can do that? That's crazy. Okay, but here's my thing, all right? By the end of it, I'm tired of it, and I know it's coming. I know that the conclusion of every season is just going to be her with a nosebleed, and I know I'm going to be sick of it eventually. I got a little sick of it by the end of it. When her eyes were bright red at the end in the school where she's getting rid of the Demogorgon, I'm like already like, okay, yes, she's saved the day now 15 times this season. Like can anybody else do anything?
She's a superhero, bro. Let her be awesome.
But this is awesome?
Yes.
With a nosebleed? It's not going to be awesome if you do it 30 more times, which I know is coming.
Wrong.
I know it's coming. Like, I've seen the memes where it's like, Stranger Things fans at the end of season 5 when 11 is just holding out her hand with a nosebleed again, and it's everybody going, oh!
Peak.
But that is, I think I'm going to be sick of that, I'm sure. Because I'm already kind of sick of it. I'm just like,
the craziest take I've ever heard in my life.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It's the same. You're motherfucker. You're Mr. Like superheroes got to do things in creative ways or this or that. If she's just doing this the whole time, I'm gonna be sick of it. It's boring.
Her flipping that van, her just beating
the van is
her
fun.
beating the Demogorgon.
Because it was early
Demogorgon. Her killing those people in that hallway were all absolutely sick as all balls.
Because it's constant. It's the repetition of. She uses her powers, now she's exhausted. She uses her powers, and now she's exhausted. She uses her powers, now she's exhausted. Now she's really exhausted, but she's going to have to use her powers. Like, that's every single one.
I don't know how to respond to that. Like, Iron Man uses his suit. Wow, he uses it 3 times in Iron Man. Well, you could stop using your suit, Iron Man.
No, Iron Man
like what?
Iron Man has a tank missile, and then he flips the tank, and then he knocks people down, and then he pulsars them. And there are creative ways for fucking Iron Man to do things. Fucking Hawkeye in Avengers 1, he's got this arrow, he bounces this thing off this, he does this. Well, Loki catches it. Oh, this is an explosion arrow.
He's always using a bow and arrow. That's annoying.
He does this bow and arrow, and it's a flash drive, and it goes into this thing, and it hacks this thing.
11 does different things. She flips a van. She breaks necks. She's making people bleed out of their eyes, and she sends the Demogorgon through a portal.
Sure, but she's doing this the whole time.
What? All right.
I wasn't sick of it in season 1, but if that's the climax of every single fucking season of Stranger Things,
it's not the climax of every season.
All right, good.
I'll tell you that.
All right, good. So yeah, but I loved it. I'm regretful that it took me this long to watch it. It was so wonderful.
We got to get through season 2 now.
Yeah, I know. That's gonna be tedious. All right, we got this Hunger Games.
Okay.
I got to give you some rules first. All right, this is the Hunger Games. The arena is going to be on Syndrome's Island.
Nice.
It is totally abandoned. Syndrome is not there. All those guys with the weird suits are not there. They don't have their...
Is the Omnidroid there?
Omnidroid is not there.
Okay.
The president of this nation is Homelander. The head game maker is Kevin McAllister.
Okay.
The secondary game makers are Phineas and Ferb, Aaron Yeager, and John Kramer.
Okay.
The announcers are Luis, Deadpool, and Tomater.
Okay.
Okay, so here are the rules. Mentors are there to help you to try and win the games in the time before the games begin. For the purpose of this death match, the mentors are people who have won past Hunger Games, so these are veterans and know the world of the arena and have experienced it firsthand.
Okay.
Game makers are there to make the games challenging, so take everything you know about these game makers above, and they can throw anything at you that they think will be challenging.
Okay.
So it's Saw, Phineas and Ferb, Kevin McAllister, Aaron Yeager.
Okay.
Age restrictions. The Hunger Games reap children from ages 12 to 18. Everyone here that is a tribute will be ages 12 to 18. So a lot of tributes here are not in their prime. If a character is seen in media at an older age, we have aged them down for the purpose of this death match.
Okay.
No tributes with powers. All tributes are based purely on skill and brain power. They do not have any powers. For example, Clark Kent is on this. He does not have Superman powers.
Okay.
And only human characters are eligible. All right, for District 1, which is the District of Luxury, the mentor is Bruce Wayne. The male tribute is Draco Malfoy with no powers or wand at age 17, and the female is Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega specifically. She doesn't have any sort of psychic ability, and she's aged 16. So that's District 1. You got that? Draco Malfoy, Wednesday Addams, they're trained by Bruce Wayne. Okay, District 2, Masonry. Their mentor is Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. The male tribute is Casey Jones from TMNT, age 17, and the female tribute is Ty Lee from Avatar: The Last Airbender, age 14.
Okay.
District 3, Technology. The mentor is Tadashi from Big Hero 6. The male is Hiro from Big Hero 6, age 14, and the female is Asami from The Legend of Korra, aged 18. District 4 is Fishing. Their mentor is Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. The male is Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender, age 15, and the female is Ariel in human form. She cannot talk from The Little Mermaid, age 16.
Okay.
District 5 is Power. Their mentor is Tony Stark. The male tribute is a 17-year-old Marty McFly, and the female tribute is Susan Test from Johnny Test, age 13. Do you know that? Do you know her?
Not really.
I'll explain her. She's like a super genius. District 6, Transportation. The mentor is Charles Muntz from Up. The male is Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And the female is Riri Williams, age 15, and Hiccup is also 15.
Okay.
District 7, Lumber. Their mentor is Celine from K-Pop Demon Hunters. The male is a young 18-year-old Poe Dameron from Star Wars. Star Wars fans will know why he's in Lumber. And female is Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters, also aged 18.
Celine, is that the like
the Sunny Side Girls or whatever, the mentor for the K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
The one that doesn't let Rumi be a demon.
Yep.
District 8, Textiles. Their mentor is Edna Mode from The Incredibles. The male is Peter Parker, pre-Spider-Bite, age 15. And the female is Suki from Avatar: The Last Airbender, age 15. District 9, Grain. The mentor is Uncle Owen from Star Wars. The male is a young Clark Kent with no powers at 14, just working on the farm. And the female is Mulan from Mulan, age 16. District 10, Livestock. The mentor is the Lone Ranger. The male tribute is Connie Springer from Attack on Titan, age 15. And the female is a 14-year-old Ellie from The Last of Us. District 11, Agriculture. Their mentor is Nick Fury. The male is Lucas Sinclair from Stranger Things, age 14. And the female is Shuri from Marvel, age 16. And finally, District 12, Mining. The mentor is Ripley from Alien. The male is Short Round from Indiana Jones, age 12. And the female is Merida from Brave, age 16.
Nice.
There you go. Very, very, very lot here. Obviously, that's very involved.
Yep.
Who's winning? Who's out first? We got to go down the line. How do the mentors in play? This is all for you to decide. I'm just going to help you and give you my 2 cents.
Cool. Okay. So let's go through the best mentors first, and then we'll go through who's dying first, and we'll go through all of them. Bruce Wayne is obviously going to do amazing. He's Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. I know he's not actually necessarily Batman, but we're giving him the skills, I guess. So he's going to be a great mentor. Levi would be pretty good. How advanced is this technology that we have here? Is it just bows and arrows, or can we do are there is Baymax like could they make Baymax in this universe?
The weapons are going to be provided by the game makers, which is Kevin McAllister, Phineas and Ferb, Aaron Yeager, and John Kramer. So if you want to give them ODM gear because Aaron Yeager is involved, sure. If you want to give them crazy traps or stuff like that because of John Kramer, sure. Phineas and Ferb can do literally anything.
Yeah.
But that's to your discretion. But realistically, no, we're not making a Baymax in here.
Okay. So Tadashi and Hiro might have a problem. Jack Sparrow won't be a great mentor.
No, not at all. He'll be drunk.
Tony
the entire
Stark will
time.
be great. So I think Bruce Wayne and Tony are my best ones right now. Charles Muntz, not great. Celine, not great. Edna Mode, well, she'll make him look good. So that'll help him get donations. That's the thing in Hunger Games. They're supposed to like perform and like look good. That's why she has got that fire dress and everything. So they'll help get some donations, but nothing else. Uncle Owen, not really. Lone Ranger, Nick Fury, Ripley survives, man.
Ripley survives, but can she put that survival instinct onto other people? Is that teachable, or is that just a trait that Ripley has alone?
I think Merida would listen. So those are my favorite mentors. First person out. Ariel's out.
It's a good take.
Ariel's out immediately.
I think that's a good take. Combination of bad mentor plus not really any skills and
plus can't talk.
Her lack of communication. She's really fucked.
So let's look at some of these others. Some of these others are, I mean, Peter Parker's smart, but like pre-Spider Bite, he's a runt. You know, he's just a little nerd.
He can't even get onto the bus.
Yeah. If they have ODM gear, I would say they have maybe one ODM gear, but if they get put that in, Lucas Sinclair, what is he gonna do? He's got a wrist rocket. He's gonna die. I'll say he dies next. Short Round is also out.
Short Round is fucking spunky though.
Yeah, but he's like the smallest of all of these guys. I feel
by
like.
far.
Yeah. So then we're gonna take out. We're gonna take out Peter Parker and Clark Kent. I think they're going pretty soon. If they don't have any powers. I mean, I know Peter's smart, but Clark Kent, he's worked on a farm, so he's a little stronger.
I would put him in the upper echelon of strength on this list because he does work on a farm.
Yeah, but there are other people on this who are spunkier than him and actually have fighting ability.
Sure.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and take him out.
Sure. I agree with you on Peter Parker.
Okay. So now we're down to people who at least have some sort of fighting ability or have some sort of technical build stuff ability. Like Hiccup, Riri, they can build stuff, maybe. You know, Sokka's got some fighting skills. Oh, Marty McFly is out.
Yep, I was thinking that.
Marty McFly is now out. But Hiro, Asami, Sokka, Susan Test, Hiccup, Riri, Poe, Zoe, Suki, Mulan, Connie, Ellie, Shuri, Merida, Casey Jones, Ty Lee, Hiro, Asami, Draco, and Wednesday, I think all have some sort of ability. I would probably take out Draco.
The issue is with Bruce Wayne. I think Bruce Wayne is easily the best coach here, the best mentor here.
Yes.
The issue with him is he's got the two students that I think are going to give a fuck about their mentor the least. Both Draco and Wednesday have shown a propensity for not listening to teachers, not giving a fuck about teaching.
Huge egos. But Draco, without magic.
I know. I'm with you.
I'm going to take out Draco.
But again, we can't not factor enough that Bruce Wayne is the best mentor here by far. I'm
still taking out Draco.
Any mentoring here that can help Draco or no?
No, but I think Wednesday, even though she'll bucket a little bit, I think she does learn from people.
Okay.
Like in the first season of Wednesday, like she's a little detective, she's figuring stuff out, and the season starts with her like she does not like she's got the killer instinct. She dumps a bunch of piranhas in a pool because like a bully in school knocks like her brother over or something, and like he goes to the hospital. That's like the first thing she does. Okay, so yeah, let's look. You know, Charles Muntz. A young Poe Dameron. What you got for him? Why is he still in here? Should I kill him?
Poe Dameron is the best pilot in the galaxy by the time of the sequels, but this is a young Poe Dameron, and there are no spaceships for him to fly. That being said, we do have some interesting feats. He does escape from the First Order, and he can fight for sure, but I think his prowess is in the air and not anywhere else.
So I'm going to take him out next.
Cool. Thing is, though, is he's older than a bunch of these people. We have to start factoring in age at some point, right? Mm-hmm. Like Susan Test, I think that she's one of the smartest, if not the smartest people on this list. Her issue is that she's 13.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of rearranging my list here because I didn't write down all their ages. Suki, Zoe, Tony Stark. We still got a lot. Okay. Who do you think should go next? Is there anyone that I'm overlooking that you think should definitely be out by now?
There are people that I don't know about. Connie Springer, Ellie. I'm not familiar with them at all. Right?
I'm not really either with Ellie. I
Yeah.
just feel like she's spunky and she lives.
She survives fucking
a
zombie apocalypse.
So that's why I'm keeping her in. You know.
Okay.
Connie is fine. He's only fine if he has ODM gear, but same kind of thing. He survives with Titans, in a world
Yeah.
with Titans, and he can
Yeah.
fight. But normally that's with ODM gear.
The Attack on Titan people, I think, have a huge advantage here because this life is so similar to their own.
Yeah.
That's why I think one of the highest rated mentors, obviously I've got Bruce Wayne at 1, probably got Tony Stark at 2, but number 3 might be Levi Ackerman here. And
Yeah.
as I know from you, tremendous speech giver.
No,
Oh, that's not him?
it's not him. It's the guy right above Levi.
Damn.
Levi he's short and soft spoken. He's
Oh.
kind of monotone.
Oh. So is he a good mentor or am I wrong?
I don't know. It depends on how much he cares. He's very pessimistic.
Okay.
I'm looking through this. Merida's going to survive a while. They're obviously going to have a bow and arrow in there. Katniss Everdeen.
Merida, I think, is a problem. I think Merida is a favorite here.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and kill Susan.
Yeah, I just think she's so young.
Yeah, she's too young. Hero, you're smart, but it depends on what you have to work with. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start taking out some smart people. I'm going to take out Hero, and I'm going to take out Riri. Because I think maybe there's some tech in there, but like most of the weapons are going to, they want to show. They want swords and axes and stuff. We'll take out Connie too then, just in case he doesn't have ODM gear.
Cool.
We'll take out Ellie.
Okay. Age 14.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And then we'll take out, I think Wednesday goes now.
Okay. So Bruce Wayne, despite being the best teacher here, is already out.
The two people that he has had no fighting experience whatsoever.
I'm agreeing with you.
So, I think he got her to the top 10 and now she's out. So, and Hiccup's out.
Hiccup was a favorite for me.
Oh, no, you're right. Because I'm putting him back in. Sorry. Okay,
Why?
so because he's smart. He's he's like the Riri and the Susie test or whatever, but like his stuff that he has to work with was stuff that he would actually have.
Exactly.
Yeah. He made a slingshot that took down the most powerful dragon just because he wanted to.
Exactly.
So we got Hiccup, Zoe, Suki, Mulan, Shuri, Merida, Casey Jones, Ty Lee, Asami, and Sokka. These are all people who have fought before.
Correct.
Except Hiccup. Hiccup's going to be in my top 3.
I think Hiccup is a favorite, yes.
I'm going to put him in the top 3. So now we're just going through, and I'm going to start knocking people off based on their fighting ability.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Sokka and Asami out.
Wow, okay.
I know Sokka gets a buff after the sword episode.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that sword,
But he'll have a sword.
Yeah, sure.
But I still think he loses to people like Zoe, who are literally demon hunter people.
Yep.
Suki, I think he loses to. Mulan, I would, Shuri's out.
Because you don't think she's smart enough to handle the technology that they give her?
She makes it for a while. She's smart enough for a while, but
You don't think her coach, Nick Fury, can...
No.
Really?
No. He's not going to be
I'm
able to.
surprised by this. I think Shuri would make it farther than you're giving her credit for.
I mean, she's still, top 7 here? Mm-hmm. But once you get to top 7, it's eventually they're going to make the area smaller, and
Yeah.
you're eventually going to have to fisticuffs with someone, and you're
right.
going to lose. So who do you think? Zoe, other than Hiccup,
By the
I'm
way,
still giving it to Hiccup.
Draco is dying not to an actual person. He's dying to a saw trap 100 times out of 100,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
We have to also consider the game makers.
Yeah, you're right. Phineas and Ferb would have some fun stuff in there. They'd put like a
It's just a carnival for
a
some reason.
playground
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would reach the moon or something.
Yeah.
Kramer would put in a pit of needles or something. Aaron's just gonna want to watch everyone die, I guess. And then who was the other one?
Kevin McAllister.
Oh yeah.
They're going to burn themselves on some hot doors.
Yeah. So are any of these people is Casey Jones stupid?
I don't think he's the most intelligent guy in the world.
I'll take him out.
Okay.
So we got Zoe. We got the ladies: Zoe, Suki, Mulan, Merida, Ty Lee.
How much is that? 6?
It's 5 and then Hiccup.
Okay, so 5 ladies and then Hiccup. For me, I love this. I think that all the ladies are deserving to be up there. Ty Lee, I think, is out.
Right. So
because
I'm
this is
comparing.
the point, right? Ty Lee will have made it this far because of her acrobatic ability.
Oh, yes.
She will make it far because she will avoid people. And obviously she could, but when we're this little people left, like Merida's going to get her through the heart or something.
Yeah.
She's the next one out that eventually she won't be able to run away, hit, and then keep running. She's going to make it past Draco and Wednesday and all those people, but I think she's out now.
Yeah, like if she goes toe-to-toe with Suki, I think I would give it to Suki. So we'll get her out. But I think Mulan is next too. I think Mulan, the only reason I'm keeping Merida in is the bow and arrow thing.
But Merida should be a favorite.
That's what I'm saying. Merida's staying in.
The top 3.
Hold on.
Yeah, in my opinion.
So then it's Zoe, Suki, Merida, and I think Zoe beats Suki.
I agree.
So my top 3 are Hiccup, Zoe, and Merida.
Which is the correct top 3 in my opinion.
Wow, look at that. I'm not going to let Merida ride it to the end. I'm kicking her out now.
Why? I think Merida makes it longer than Hiccup.
Sure, I think...
I will give you Zoe for the win.
I will give Zoe the win.
Just because...
But her powers are... I mean...
They're the little ones. But they take out so many of those demons.
I know, it's crazy.
And it's that is hand-to-hand combat. Mm-hmm. Like, it is... And her weapons, she's not like I get it, like she could throw them, she could take them out of midair and this and that, and they'll kill you immediately. But like they are kicking demons constantly, they are punching them, they're doing this
while singing.
By the way, this song is gonna be a banger.
Yeah, no, it's gonna the Hunger Games song.
The Hunger Games Zoe rap. Ballad. Yeah. Oh my god, rap.
I know. I was gonna say. I mean, she also survives literally falling out of a plane, but I guess that's powers.
She's strong. She's strong. She was the last addition to this list, and now I'm regretting it. Because I do think she's at a different tier than everybody else.
But that's when she has powers. I think she has, like, magical weapons and powers and stuff that can help her do that kind of stuff. But
she is also fast.
Yeah.
And she can ride a skateboard.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to Zoe.
Zoe. So Zoe wins. She beats Merida in the finals, and Hiccup is 3rd place.
Yeah, Merida's going to fall into a reverse bear trap that John Kramer set up. Hiccup's going to be distracted by something cool Phineas and Ferb set up. They're going to kill each other, and Zoe's going to walk away with the win.
There we go.
Nice work.
What do you think of that?
That was great. Here's to season 2 next week.
Next week, season 2 of Stranger Things.
We love y'all.